So, welcome to the video. We are starting out doing the walk of shame, the walk of defeat, but maybe not. I'll explain a little bit more when I can sit down for a second, but I'm in Charlotte and I'm heading back to Denver unexpectedly. All right, finally got a chance to sit down, but I'm not in Charlotte anymore. I am in Denver at the airport, and today is Sunday, September 17th, and today is the day I was supposed to do my first triathlon. Long story short, I was not able to get the day off. I tried everything I could to get the day off. I had every day off except for the day of the race, but I went home anyways. I figured it would all work out. There are different ways we can request to get the day off. People can pick up your trip, and that can just solve all your problems, but they denied all my requests to get the day off, so I ended up taking a flight from Charlotte back to Denver yesterday to come and work this one trip. I have literally the next 3 days off. I had the 3 days off before today, could not get the day of the actual triathlon off. I tried everything I could. So yeah, I'm definitely distracted today. I have made some stupid mistakes this morning. I missed my turn twice on the way to the airport. Never done that before. But I'm still here 11 minutes early, so it is what it is. On the bright side, there is another triathlon. The same triathlon is going to be on October 1st again in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, which is like a little over 2 hours from Charlotte, so it's further drive. Not as easy to get to, but I'm going to get to it. I have not come this far to give up now. Y'all know giving up, that's not going to happen. So yeah, here I am. I guess this is where I'm supposed to be today, because if I was supposed to be there, I would be there. But on the bright side, I got to go home. I got to see my family. I had so much fun with my family. I got to see my swim coach, and the plan was to get one last little session in before the race, but you know, it's always good to get a session with him, so got to see him, got to catch up with him, and yeah, it's still a good use of my time. I'm still glad that I flew home and was in position just in case I was able to do the race. I really thought I was going to be able to get it off, especially since I only needed one literal day off. It's not like I was requesting to be off for a 4-day trip or something, but anyways, it is what it is. So we're gonna go to work with a smile. I'm about to go to my gate, and I have a turn today, a big turn, a high time turn. I originally had a little itty bitty basic turn to, like, I think San Francisco, and I switched out my trip for a turn to Newark, which is worth significantly more money, just to entice people even more to take my trip so that I could have today off, but even that didn't work, so I'm stuck with a turn. I'm not mad about it because, like I said, it is worth significantly more money, so I'm gonna go and work this turn and make the most of the next 2 weeks that I have to continue to prepare for the triathlon. So it can't hurt me to have an extra 2 weeks to continue working, so it is what it is. Let's go to work. All right, welcome aboard. We are on the 757, and I'm galley teardrop. I'm so upset, but this was the only position available on this trip, and I just thought, like I said, that someone would pick up this trip because it's high time, but nobody did. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Captain bought us voodoo donuts. I'm so upset. I can only eat like a couple bites of this, but I'm gonna eat my couple bites and I'm gonna enjoy them. We've got like a few minutes till boarding, so I'm gonna go ahead and get myself together, get my galley situated, and I will see y'all in Newark. We're doing a Newark turn today, high time. Just kidding. When I said Newark, I really meant Colorado. Where's the good lighting? This way? I think it's from this way. Anyways, didn't film the rest of the day, but I'm back home. I'm off. Gotta work tomorrow, but we are 4 days out from the triathlon I'm getting. This is probably my last bike ride before the race, so 4 days out. Last run, 3 days out. And officially, last swim has been taken care of. Although I might try to get another swim in today, but we are 1 day out from my first triathlon. I'm feeling good this morning. I got some really good sleep yesterday. I just arrived to Charlotte yesterday. from Denver. I got a seat. The moon is full. And I've been getting a lot of encouraging messages from my friends like, you can do it. So I'm just going to ride this wave of positivity and try to be as calm as possible, but I am a little nervous. But we'll get to that later. Right now, it is, like I said, the day before. We got to drive to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, which is about 2 hours away. But first, we got to get the bike situated because I'm not riding my bike. I'm riding my mom's bike. All right, so we got the bike situated. Now it is time to hit the road. I was okay to wake up at like 4 a.m. and drive to the race the morning of, but my mom don't want to do that. She wants to, be nice and calm and relaxed. So we got a hotel and we're going to pack up the car, drive to the hotel, and have a nice, relaxing evening before the race. So let's go. All right, if you hear some weird noise in the background, my mom's doing her nails, so that's what that is. But it is 8:49 p.m. This time tomorrow, it'll be done. Feelings the day before, I'm only nervous about the swim. The bike, the run, whatever. I know I can do it. I'm not worried about it at all. The transitions, none of that. I'm nervous about the swim. I am. I'm not trying to let myself get too worked up about it. I'm just gonna show up and see what happens, and I just really hope I can do this because I've been learning how to swim for a year, and I hope that this time tomorrow I'll have done what I set out to do. That's all I can say. I know I can swim. The only thing I'm concerned about, the thing I'm nervous about is my endurance and like how chaotic tomorrow's gonna be and how nervous I'll actually be when the time comes. So I'm hoping I can just remain calm, keep my cool, and get through it and have fun. So, ooh, my stomach hurts, so I gotta go. I gotta go, but I'm not gonna allow myself to get freaked out at all. I'm gonna go to bed, and I will see y'all bright and early in the morning. Let's do this. Gotta stay hydrated. First triathlon. Here we are. About to go do the swim warm up, and first I'm gonna put this on my bike, do the swim warm up, and then we're gonna get started. So I'll let y'all know in a couple hours how it all went down. Wish me luck.
This is what happens when you have gobs of hair. It's off to swim warm up.
So since I just learned how to swim, that's what I was nervous about, like throughout this whole process of training for this and learning how to swim. Like, will I be able to swim under pressure in an actual race? So when they said we could swim before the actual race started, I definitely jumped at the chance. So just getting a few laps in before the race to get myself warmed up, to go ahead and pop the cherry early and to help me calm down a little bit. I was telling myself to just swim as slow as possible to help me have the most endurance I could to get through with the swim. So I'm trying to swim very slow so I can swim without stopping.
Here she comes. Just got finished the swim.
Feels weird to start running right after swimming, but this is me running out of the swim. Only the athletes were allowed inside the pool area where the swim was taking place. To my first transition onto the bike, completed the swim, the part I was most nervous about in the first place.
Now to her bike. Huh? I did it. You did it. See? You did it. Look at that. The bike. Where is she? There she is. Here she comes. Hey, Lex! Hey! Go, 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 go. Yeah, go, go.
Swim is done, bike is done. Now it's time for the last transition onto the run. I definitely lost a lot of time in transition. You're supposed to hurry up and change from one outfit to the next as fast as you can. Put on your shoes, put on your race belt, and go fast. And I definitely did not have a sense of urgency. I was basically just being a noob, but I got my race belt on, I got my hat on, and got out to the run. Luckily, my mom was there to remind me to hurry up and go.
All right, let's go, let's go, let's go.
I barked.
She goes.
Shout, let's keep the sidewalk open. We got runners coming through.
Alexis!
This is it, guys. You are here. The finish line. I love this.
You did it.
Do you believe it?
Yes, you did it. Congrats.
And there you have it. If you have been following me for about the last year or so, you know that this has been the goal, to complete a triathlon. And there were so many moments where I genuinely didn't think that I was going to be able to do it. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was freaking out, but everything worked out perfectly. Just to give you a little recap, I realized that some of you don't even know what a triathlon is. I really didn't know what it was until like a couple of years ago, but it's a multi-sport race consisting of swim, a bike, and a run, all back to back to back. And when I finally got the confidence last September to learn how to swim, I knew that this was going to be the thing that I did, not only to keep myself focused and to give myself a goal, something to focus on, besides like, oh, I just want to learn how to swim. Saying I want to learn how to swim, yes, it would be enough for me to actually do it, but setting myself a goal to kind of celebrate that and to hold myself accountable was the perfect way for me to really just get on the ball. So if you've been following my channel for the last few years, you know that I've been on this like spiritual journey. I basically went through a whole awakening a few years ago, hit rock bottom, and just rose from the ashes like a phoenix. I learned to love myself, got my life together, took care of a lot of issues that I had. I started riding my bike 3 years ago, just for fun, just for something to do during the pandemic. And I got obsessed and I loved it. Then it'll be 2 years ago next month that I first started running. Couldn't run a mile. Started running a year later. I ran my first marathon. And then once I'd done those two things, I was like, maybe I'll learn how to swim too. So I finally got the courage. I decided I was going to learn how to swim, and I set this goal to do a triathlon. And I found a swim coach. Shout out to Coach Doug, Miller Swimming in Charlotte. You already know what it is. Found the perfect coach. I literally could not swim. And over the last year, I've been working hard. If you don't know, I'm also a flight attendant. That's my full-time job. And so I swim obviously at the pool. I swim in hotel pools on layovers. I moved to a whole different state, moved across the country. And a lot has happened over the last year of me learning how to swim, but I got to the point where I could finally complete this race. And I will say that in the beginning, I had my eyes set on an open water swim. I really wanted to do an Olympic distance triathlon, which has a 1.5 kilometer swim, which is about a mile. And I literally thought it was only going to take me 3 months to learn how to swim a mile in open water. I was like, 3 months, 4 tops. Like, yeah, I don't know how to swim, but I'll just learn and then I'll be able to do it. And I think setting such a high goal that I didn't think it was that much, but I had no idea how challenging swimming is, from the technique that you have to the endurance. Like, that stuff takes years to develop, and I thought that I was going to do it in 3 to 4 months. So I had to scratch that. I was starting to freak out. Not only did I not know how to swim, but the reason I don't know how to swim is because I've always been afraid of the deep water. Since I was a little girl, my parents tried to teach me how to swim when I was like 4 or 5. They sent me off to swimming lessons twice, and both times I failed. I learned how to blow bubbles, hold the wall and kick, all that stuff they teach kids to do. But the very last test was always to jump into the deep end, and I would never do it. I would always flat out refuse to do it. All the other kids would jump into the deep end, and I would be the only one who wouldn't. So it still haunts me to this day why a 4-year-old, 5-year-old is afraid of water. Like, I don't know why I would have that fear at such a young age when you just don't even have enough life experience to know what's scary or not. But I guess, it was just going to take a few decades for me to, get my life together. So finally found a coach who's patient enough, nurturing enough, knowledgeable enough to help me overcome that and get me in that deep water. So this journey has not been without its ups and downs and challenges. Y'all know, if you've been watching the videos, that I've already told y'all how scared I've been this whole time. This has been the scariest thing I've ever done. Y'all know I had a panic attack in the deep water must be about 6 or 7 months ago now, but I straight up panicked, almost drowned, and that set back all the progress that I had made up to that point, all the way back almost to the beginning. And so it took me another 5 months after that to even work my way back into really getting into the deep water again. I was scared it was going to happen again. And I finally overcame that fear. And not even that long ago, in like July, I finally like put on my big girl panties and I was like, are you going to do this? Or are you not going to do this? I thought I was going to do a triathlon 2 weeks before the one I actually ended up doing. And it all ended up working out perfectly. Me and my mom had a girls trip, a kiki, and I'm so glad that we got to just drive out there, get a hotel, and she got to watch me do the same triathlon she did for her first triathlon. I did it in her tri-suit, the same outfit she wore, I wore. I rode the same bike that she rode. I even wore the same helmet and race belt that she wore. So that was just a really good experience for both of us to have. And we've already decided we're going to do it again next year, period. Together. And yes, I'm calling you out and I'm telling the world because it's happening. Me and you. I can't wait. But yeah, that's that. The swim was a pool swim that ended up being perfect for me. It just helped me calm down and focus and be able to do what I can do at this point. Throughout this process, I've been trying to rush my progress so that I could do something that I just wasn't ready to do. Overcoming fear of deep water and learning how to swim at the same time is no small task. And I'm sure if I didn't have a life or a job and could maybe swim all day, every day, maybe I could have worked myself. I'm sure I could have worked myself up to being able to get into the open water. I'm just really glad with where I'm at right now. This has been a slow and steady process. So yeah, this is just the beginning. I'm gonna work my way up to doing that Olympic triathlon in the open water, but we're gonna take steps one at a time. I'm the type of person I can go from 0 to 100, but the older I get and the more I do, I'm learning that it's important and beneficial to go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. All those little steps in between help you build confidence and a stable foundation. So there's no need to rush. You got time, I got time, and I'm gonna slowly build my way up. The swimming journey continues. The self-discovery journey continues. I never ever in a million years knew about this side of myself. I didn't know that I like to push myself physically. I didn't know, I like to be, do cute stuff, play frisbee, take a walk, take a hike, but I never imagined in my life that I would ever even think about doing a triathlon or even learn how to swim. I just thought I would never ever learn. And I'm so glad that I took that leap and I faced my fears. So do something that scares you. You can do it. I've seen myself at my complete worst, at rock bottom, for more of my life than I've seen myself at my best, which has just been the last few years. I've seen myself push myself and do things that I never ever thought I could do. So if I can do it, you can do it. And it doesn't have to be a triathlon. Anything that you think you can't do or that you think you're too afraid to do, I promise you, if you put your mind to it, you put in the work, you set a goal, you start from 0 and you go from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, I promise you, you can do it. So thank you. Shout out to my mom for getting all the footage from the race. Shout out to my coach, Coach Doug, for helping me get to this point and beyond, because we're going to get in that open water. And thank you to all of y'all who have told me in the DMs, in comments, to my face, who have encouraged me before the race started, who have wished me good luck. I really appreciate it. That helped me so much. Like, I was like, well, if they think I can do it, maybe I can do it, And if you follow me on Instagram, you already know that I did what I set out to do. So thank you so much for all the beautiful comments and messages that y'all left me. And thank you to everybody who's been following along the journey. Thank you to all my OGs who've been following along since day one. And thank you to my new people. I got my goals lined up for next year, at least pretty sure. So keep following along. We're gonna keep this positive self-love, self-improvement journey going. We're gonna take it slow and see where we go in this journey of life. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you already know exactly what to do. I'm not gonna beg you, so just do it. If you watch the video all the way to the end, I want you to leave the mermaid emoji. And yes, even if you're a man, I want you to leave the mermaid emoji if you're still watching the video. So that way I know that you watched it all the way to the end. Do something that scares you. Do something that you never ever thought you could do. I promise you, it is the best feeling in the world. Y'all take good care of yourselves, and I will see you very soon with another video. Bye.